I took this GAN Skewb and added core magnets to it. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can do it yourself. So what you're going to need is super glue. Here I'm using 3x1 N52 magnets from supermagnetman.com, screwdrivers, and 3D printed parts, which I'm going to link in the description. If you don't have a 3D printer at home, you can get these parts printed at a 3D printing store near you. How you take this thing apart is, what I like to do is I just take off a center cap, and then I just take out the tension nut. And then now, if you just like lift it, the entire thing just kind of falls apart. So as you can see in the core, some of the corner pieces already have magnets. Some of them, which are the pieces with tension systems in them, don't. The center pieces also don't, so there's pieces that just like fit right in there pretty perfectly, and that's where we're gonna add magnets. For the core, each one of these tiny pieces here have like 4 notches in the edge, and then they just fit right there in the cube. Let's take the rest of this apart quick. Okay, so now that we have the core taken apart, first thing we want to do is check the polarity on these corner magnets. So basically, if you ever had a ball core 3x3, kind of works the same way. So the center, so the corner magnets in the core repel the magnets in the center pieces. So you want to check the polarity to make sure when you put in the magnets, it's being put in the right way. What I like to do is I just put a magnet onto the end of a flattened screwdriver, and then so basically, see if it attracts, that means that when you glue it in, it's gonna repel on the way. It's gonna repel the magnets. So since this side of the magnet attracts that part of the core, you wanna put glue inside of the pieces and then just place it in there. So what you should end up with is this piece with the magnet in it should attract the core, which it does. And then so basically for the rest of the pieces, you want the magnet facing outside to repel this one. So now that the magnets are glued into the center pieces, next step is to glue these into the core. Before that, you want to like try and pull it out to see if the glue actually stuck or not. Put a little bit of glue in this notch right here, and then just place it in there. And then rinse and repeat for all of the other ones. So when you're done, it should look something like this. Check to make sure you got all the polarities correct. Take a corner piece with a magnet, should attract and then repel, attract. You should repel all the magnets that you added. And so basically what this does is when the Skewb is misaligned, the corner piece will repel this magnet and then attract to where it's supposed to be. So now we add magnets with the polarity that attracts to these magnets to these pieces, which we then attach to the center pieces. How do you do that? Same process, except you're checking for this repel, so that magnet attracted. What I have to do is flip it, and then if it repels, that means when you glue it in, the side that's on the screwdriver is going to be the side that attracts to that piece. Now that magnet, it just fits perfectly in there. And then once that glue adheres, it should repel the corner pieces. So once you're done with one, you just repeat the same thing for all the others. Now that the pieces are glued in, we want to check to make sure they're actually stuck in there and they're not just like sitting. And then, so like I said, this fits in pretty well in the center pieces. This fits right there. So you want to add glue here, here, and then around here. And then just repeat for all the other pieces. Now that glued in, you want to check to make sure they're like well stuck. And then to check to make sure you got all the polarity correct, should attract center pieces and then all the corners. Now if you got that assembled, you want to reassemble the entire cube. And we're done. So while you guys watch me do a couple of solves on the modded cube, I would just like to remind you guys to like and subscribe. If we hit 100,000 subscribers before registration for Worlds 2027 opens, I'll go and I'll make a video on it. Just remember to share it with your friends and remind them to subscribe as well. It really helps me out a lot. If you guys donate $1,000, I'll do a massive cube unboxing from the cubicle, and then that's going to be like a 10 video series on a bunch of new 3x3s, some other cubes, a couple of like accessories, bags, lube, stuff like that. So it's going to be really fun, but we have to get there first. So as for final thoughts on this modded cube, it turns a lot better than it used to. The extra core magnets add another layer of stability to the cube, and since I actually changed the tensions, so it's currently at tension 1, and then the nut is also set at 1, so it's really loose. And since I like fast cubes, it works for me, but it's a bit unstable at times with the core magnets to that. It's a really easy project to do at home. I'll link the magnets in the description. You guys can find a 3D printing place to meet you guys by yourself. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.